What's up, guys? 612 Unscripted. I have the lovely Jigs. I believe that's what he wants to go by.
How's it going, guys? My name is Jigs. I'm excited to be here, man.
Dude,
Appreciate you for taking the time out of your day.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. Good to meet you. This is the first
pleasure,
time, no, second time I've went to a stranger. So we're complete strangers. I don't know this guy at all, obviously. And we're in the biggest lifetime in Minnesota.
In Edina, I appreciate you, honestly, again, for like taking your time out of your day.
Dude, no,
here.
dude, I'm looking
you
for
around,
people.
you
Dude,
know?
this was sick, dude. I don't know. For anyone who has not witnessed a lifetime, it is a club up in here. It's 3 levels.
It's not a gym, it's a club for sure, dude.
It's insane.
I enjoy it, They've got 3 floors, and then you got a rooftop with a pool in it. So
it's not open though, sadly, right?
It's not open, sadly, but
no, seriously,
nice
it's insane. I'm actually like, I could probably die happy now that I've been into like such a prestigious gym. This is insane. I'm a Planet Fitness warrior.
Really?
I
no
am.
Way.
So this is incredible.
No, dude, I'd love to take you to a different one, man, if you're interested.
Dude, yeah. But yeah, let's get to the nitty and gritty, right? So usually I just pry at, someone in their life, unless they have, a topic of conversation that they want to talk about specifically. So is there anything that's on your mind?
I have a lot of things on my mind, right?
Well, say the first thing.
Go, right? I think right now is acceptance. I'm trying to accept things, especially what goes on, especially in my life, and also other people's lives, and realizing what I can't control. If that makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be so stuck up on, like, I have to control everything, and I just couldn't let go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm still trying to learn how to, like, process all that. I'm not the best at it, but I can definitely work on it,
I think that's a good way to do
it. Is there something in recent history that you've kind of felt like you don't have control over, that I guess you're in that headspace of trying to, understand or feel like, you can kind of let that go? Like, what's something in recent history? The thing that came to mind immediately is what's happening in Minnesota right now. Not sure if that's what you were leading to, but
nah, I'm not much of a big politic guy, to be honest with you. Obviously, that's like, I wouldn't say, I try not to involve myself as much.
Yeah.
Not that because I'm afraid of like speaking my opinion. I have my own opinions, and I stand by them, and that's what it is. I think right now, we can, in my opinion, I don't think a lot of people agree with what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? I would hope a lot of people don't agree with what's going on, but everyone is different. Everyone has their own opinions, their own lives, and they all get to do what they choose, right? I try to stay away, especially with what goes on. For example, like that, something like that, yeah, that's good. I can't control that at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I'm just gonna continue doing what I can, right? Which is work, go to school, see the people that I love, and try to be there for those as best as I can. To be honest with you.
I'm gonna give you a little piece of unsolicited advice.
Oh,
just because
no.
it's on my mind. I think when you're as young as you are, I think there's a degree, at least men, I feel like you have to be selfish a little bit in terms of making sure that you're at a spot where you can help, I guess. I think there's a lot of young men right now who don't, necessarily have their money together, lives together, their purpose, and if you're in a mental state of chaos, how are you gonna help the world effectively? That's just my opinion. So.
No, I think 100%, especially with that. Like, how can I help someone if I'm not in the place to be helped, right? Or like, I can't help someone else if I'm not like in a good position, right? If I'm struggling, how can I help you if you're struggling, right?
Yeah.
At that point, I'm just dragging you down.
100%, yeah.
But no, I like that. That's good. I know. Damn. I know for myself, trying to not control other people and like their choices and what they do is pretty difficult, because it's like, well, let me paint you this picture and you have to take it, but they don't want to take it.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I can't give too much.
When did you notice that you maybe had a control problem? Maybe that's the wrong way to
No,
put
no,
it.
no. I like that. Just like that. It's like control. I think because control is like important, right? If I don't have control of, like over myself, maybe because it's a lack of like control of myself, right? And I'm trying to like project onto other people of like, well, they don't have everything figured out. Let me control them, right? Or honestly, it could be a sense of like of fear. I think it goes on to fear. I'll be honest with you, fear of like, I don't know. I know for myself though, I used to be so fearful of like being rejected of others. But I compensated with that, or at least I worked on that by like trying to talk to people, right? Like I'm an open individual. I like talking to people. I like going up to people. I like, you've probably seen like the cold approaches.
Yeah,
online, right, dude?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people like going to cold approaches, right? Especially with the meta glasses and everything,
Dude.
right, dude?
That's a hot button right now.
Yeah. Well, like, good or bad?
I think both.
Really?
Yeah,
I
dude.
definitely can see both sides to
Yeah.
it for sure.
So were you saying you're one of those meta glasses cold
I was-
approach artists?
I say I don't use them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't use them, but like
you do
that,
it, you just don't record it.
100%, right? Like I like going up to people. I like talking to people. I like getting to know people. That's why I reached out to you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Of like, hey, well, I like talking. Let me get to know this person because an experience is gonna happen. This is an experience right here.
Yeah.
This is something new and different.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get to experience this gym,
Dude, this is incredible.
right? I get to experience sitting down here with you and then, get to show you what I enjoy, talk to you about myself. I want to learn about you, right? Have a conversation.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I strive for. I love that.
How did you start cold approaching? Like, and how did you realize that would be like, I guess, something that would help you with maybe insecurity or whatever you were dealing with at the time? And when did this start? Give us the timeline.
The timeline,
Yeah.
dude. Timeline.
It seems
bro.
like your experience, it seemed like this is like over a year. Correct me if I'm
dude.
wrong.
Damn, that's good though. I don't know. If I'm like trying to picture back, right?
Yeah.
I
'Cause
think. Oof. What were you gonna say?
I said that the fact that you brought it up, but it doesn't seem like it's an active problem, makes me, I guess, feel like this is something that's, still at the works at the high level, but it's not like something that you were dealing with maybe last year. You seem like comfortable enough where this is like not as a recent as an issue.
No, I think. Actually, okay, let's back up a lot. Let's
Yeah,
back up a lot,
back up.
dude. Ever since I was young, I knew that I was very outgoing individual, right? I knew that I was like, I guess, different, right? We're all individuals, we're all different in our own ways, right? But I realized that like, oh, that little kid over there is like very anxious or something like that. Or, oh, that person is very quiet. Oh, that person over there, so on and so forth, right? Me, I'll try to bring everyone together. Right? I want to be that glue of like, hey, you're anxious, come over here. Hey, you're very outgoing, come over here. Let's build something together. That's like me wanting to control, right? I wanted everyone to be inclusive, everyone to come together. And, with time, and as you grow older, right, you realize like, oh, problems occur as well, right, with individuals of like, well, that person doesn't work good with that individual, oh, but let me try to make it work, right? Let me try to fix your problem and try to keep this, I guess, network or this bond like strong. And as I watch, like, as time goes on and I see like my friend groups or individuals that I surround myself with just like dissipate, because that's life, right?
Yeah.
We get older, people move, you lose contact. Seeing all that, it's like, damn, what can I do, right? So now what I'm doing for myself here in this moment are like, okay, what do I have in arm's length? What can I at least try to keep around me? Because that's what's important to me: connections, people, and being authentic. You know.
So I have a prying question, and feel free to not answer this.
No.
It sounds like this started on the playground, but maybe I'm curious if maybe this started at the home. Do you have a lot of siblings? Were you an intermediary like leader with
Dude,
getting your?
I was the youngest.
Really?
I was the youngest for sure.
Okay.
You know, I had an older half brother. I had an older cousin. I got an older sister, a younger sister. I know I said the youngest, but
One of.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I got younger cousins. I got an older cousin. Damn, bro. You know, I got a big family, bro.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with
totally.
you, right? But, you know, just like, oh man, I love reliving like my childhood because it's like I have so many fond memories.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a spoiled kid, bro. I was a spoiled ass kid, man.
Really?
Growing up, dude, like hearing or being out with my friends or something, and they're like, "Oh, my mom can't let me do that. Oh, my dad doesn't let me do that. Like I can't go out."
What was
Or-
something that you were able to do that kids weren't?
I guess like a sleepover, right?
There's
Like-
a lot of kids that can't do that.
Yeah, there's a side of the world, right? Or not a side of the world, but there's a lot of parents that like disagree with sleepovers because of, you know,
Yeah.
past experiences or because of, you know, what they see on the internet.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, I guess what's prominent or like what's a lot of like, what's the word? On a lot of people's alertness or parents is like with the safety of their children. So why would I want to let my child be at a stranger's house that I don't know? I don't have control over them.
Yeah.
And not everyone, but what most parents would think would be like, oh, my kid's in danger. The possibility of danger is like insane. It's like, you know, someone could get.
Yeah. You don't even
Yeah.
need to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Interesting thing you said. You said parents need to be in control. You say you have control issues, but when you're a dad, hopefully, if you want to be a
dude,
dad, are you
100%.
gonna let your kids have sleepovers?
I think at my house for sure, right?
What about others?
I think, man, it's I don't. Damn, I feel like now I'm a hypocrite, right, dude? Like,
No, I wasn't trying to point out as a hypocrite.
It's
I was just
it's
curious.
like sitting down and like thinking about it. It's like, damn. When you put it in a lens of like, well, I got to take care of my kid. They're the love of my life. I have to provide for them, and so on and so forth. I gotta have them in my, you know, grips, right? But at the same time, I want my child to experience a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
I want them to be free as much as I was. Like, hey, here is the door. You get to choose if you walk out of it or not, or like walk into that room or not, right?
What's the room? What's the door?
You know,
Where does it lead?
The doors could be, you know, all right, here's a.
Why are you laughing, dude?
Because the first thought that came to my mind was like, hey, all right, here's my pack of cigarettes, right? Are you gonna smoke them or what, right?
Were you smoking cigs as a kid?
Dude, the fuck no, dude. I didn't smoke a cig until I was like, I think I was 16 or something.
Okay, so when you're a dad, you're gonna let your kids smoke cigs? I don't think I'm understanding what you're saying.
No, what I'm trying to say is, I'll give my kid the tools, right?
Okay.
But he has to choose whether or not he's gonna pick up those tools and use them, right? Whether for his success or for his failure, right? Obviously, what I want is to have my kid be the best version of himself, right?
Yeah.
Succeed, be better than me if possible, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I can't control all his actions, right? He has to be his own individual with his own thought processes and his own decisions. And if he fucks up, all right, here are some other tools that you can rebuild. I'm here to support you. Are you going to use them or not, right? But if you just wallow and crumble, it's like, I'll still be there, but at some point, I'm not going to be here forever. right?
Yeah.
There's a threshold as like, I guess for myself, in my own opinion, right? There's a threshold for kids that like, all right, are you gonna stay stagnant or are you gonna grow? Are you just gonna waste your life, I guess? where you're gonna succeed.
Do you feel like you wasted any of your life?
I wouldn't say. I say yes and no, right? And the reason I say that is because I wish that I would have done more, right? For example, I used to play a lot of video games. Dude, I was a fucking beast playing video games, bro. I had a PS3, PS4, PS5 now. You know, God, I love playing COD. I love playing Rainbow. I love playing just like indie games, solo games, whatever, right? But I wasted so much time, you know, playing all those video games to get good and like be the best or something, right? But I never competed. I never did any of that, right? What I wish, looking back, I was like, oh, damn, if I would have spent more time, you know, learning music, right? Something I'm passionate about right now. Like I'm trying to produce music. If I would have learned to produce music or learned music theory earlier, who knows what I could have been doing right now, right? That's something I could have like transitioned. But obviously, I don't know. I didn't know what my young ass wanted.
Yeah.
Right. He wanted to have fun, play video games, and I cherish those memories. I cherish the times where I was, you know, up late with my buddies, you know, up till 6 a.m, and then we get McDonald's, and then we'll run it back again the next day, or like sleep the whole day.
Yeah.
And then the next night, play all day, all night. You know, I cherish those memories. They mean a lot to me. But I think two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, oh yeah.
100%.
And honestly, the way I interpreted what you just said is, it maybe wasn't as wasted as maybe you think.
No,
right?
100%. I think I for sure am hard on myself.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of individuals are.
I wonder if that picks up
Yeah.
the bass.
That's why I was curious. Because it's looking pretty loud. But we'll figure it out, right?
No, yeah, totally. Interesting. That was just interesting because you brought that up. You know, you want your kid to be better than you. You don't want them to waste their life. So I thought, let me think.
No, it's real. I mean,
Yeah.
I know for myself, I'm pretty hard on myself, dude. And I want to like push it off right now and be like, oh, everyone's hard on themselves at the same time, right?
What are you hard on yourself about?
Dude, I just want to I want to achieve a lot of things. I want to grow.
What do you want to achieve?
Bro, besides money, experience, right? And I know I talk about that, but like, what does that mean? What does that
Yeah,
look like? Traveling, right? I love traveling. When I was younger, again, I had the privilege to travel with my family, right? So it was nice, and I'm realizing and seeing other states and viewing other countries and how they live. It's like, well, that's kind of like what I like to do. That's what I enjoy. I like seeing all those things. And if I get to experience all that, that's amazing. Another thing, people, right? I know we talked about a little bit in the beginning, but like, this is an experience to me, bro.
Yeah.
This is something new. This is something I can enjoy. You know, this is an experience for yourself.
Yeah, oh
right?
yeah. It
You
is
know,
every time.
You'll have a memory. You'll get to look back in the future. You know, you probably can look back right now to your first video that you did or the first interview you did with other individuals. It's like, well, let's see what happens, right? That's cool. That was fun. That was nice.
Yeah.
And then, what do you learn from all that? Right? You get to cherish it. That's what I like. I like to cherish memories. Maybe I'm like what's the word? Like an old guy, just like sitting on his rocking chair, just like staring off into the distance and just like, damn, been all my life. That's it. Cherish all those memories. I'm a dreamer. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm a dreamer. That's who I am. So it's like, if I get to like envision or fantasize or imagine, right, whatever word you want to use, right, or think about, you know, I like doing that.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there anything you want to achieve by the end of the year? I know you said you're a producer. What?
I'm learning. I'm not like
No, if you're learning, you're already producer.
I guess so.
It's like I'm learning a language right now, so that's a bad example. Let me think of something else. I'm not famous, right?
100%.
But I'll say I'm a content creator, right? You could have 2 million followers or 1. You're still the same. So you're still a producer, whether you're learning or not.
No, that's real. I like that.
You know?
It's someone once told me once. It was
Yes, share this sage advice.
You know,
Jigs.
someone told me, he's like, never use the word try, right? Never use it, because why would you ever want to say that you're trying for something? You're actively doing it. So instead of like, oh, I'm trying to learn a new language.
Yeah.
Well, I'm learning a
I've
new
never heard that. That's like super wise, bro.
Because if you get rid of the word try,
yeah,
you're immediately letting yourself down, or like, what's the word? Looking for a way out.
yeah,
You know, you're already failing. You have an excuse. That's what I'm looking for. You're giving
way.
yourself an excuse to like
Yeah.
give up already. Well, at least I tried it. At least I tried to learn something.
yeah.
You know?
No way, dude. That's wise.
You know, of like, that's why I was hesitant to be like, when you said producer, because what I immediately thought of was, well, I'm trying to learn music, right? But no. I'm learning it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm learning how to make music. I'm learning how to do this thing. I'm trying to work out. No, what I'm doing is working out.
Yeah, dude. We're literally doing this at Lifetime, and he's like, "I'm about to work out." He has his duffel right over
I got my
there.
duffel bag and everything, man.
Dude, that's insane.
No, and ever since then, I try to eliminate the word try, right? Because you have to put in effort. I think of like, for love, right? We can go down this rabbit hole.
Dude, let's
I
go.
love this.
I love rabbit holes.
You know,
Alice in Wonderland.
yeah. Love, dude. Love, you gotta try. No, you can't try. You gotta work for it, man. You know,
That made sense to me when you said it. I'm not gonna lie.
no, love, you gotta work hard for it, man. You can't try it, love. Love is something that you have to continuously work for. It's also like hate. What does hate do? Hate, you have to put in effort. You have to put in energy, right? If you hate something, you know, oh, I hate that person. Like, okay, why do you hate this person? X, Y, and Z. You're putting energy and effort into this random thing. But if you get rid of that, do it towards love, right? And love for a lot of people is different, right?
What is love to you?
Damn, man, what is love to me? Love is a lot of things, man.
You don't have to have the perfect answer. This is obviously a.
No, it's open for interpretation.
100%, yeah.
I love that. What was it? What was love to me? What is love to me? Dude, love is... Love is being gone. I guess love is being away from something and thinking about it and like, okay, when I'm back, it'll be there. You know, if I disappear for like 5 months or something, right? And I love, you know, let's say my friend, right? You know, what do I love about my friend? Well, I love the fact that he's honest, he's real, his qualities, right? But if I disappear and I come back, I know the love is real because we connect and it's like nothing ever happened. Oh, dude, you were gone. Yeah, okay. Well, I can tell you about it if you want, but look, what did you do? You know, the connection is strong. It's bonded together
Yeah.
by something, you know, unimaginable. You know, like it's just like energy that I believe it is. I don't know, man.
When I first said, you know, what is love to you? You were like, love is missing something, right? That you haven't seen in 5 months. But then you hesitated and you said, my friend.
You know,
So what was the first thing you thought of? Or was there not? Maybe I'm prying at something that's not real.
I think
And is that something you're trying to achieve?
Oh no, I don't know. I think when you said that, maybe this is completely different, but we can go down it anyways. I think of like my goals. Right?
Yeah.
No. For some reason that like popped up of like what I want to achieve, right? Like what do I love? Well, I love talking to people. I love getting to meet people. I love getting to experience. I love music, right? EDM to be more specific, right? I like going to shows. I like going to raves. I like dancing till my feet hurt and I get home and, you know, the music is still in my head right? And I get to close my eyes and I still see all the people around me that I was dancing with. I get to see the lights that were, you know, the lasers that were going crazy up in the sky, right? You know, I do a whiff like that, you know, smell the air of like a cigarette or something that someone was smoking next to me, right? Or, you know, someone that was smoking weed, whatever, right? Whatever it may be, right? Spilled alcohol that was left on my leg or something. You know, like being able to like experience that was amazing. You know, that's what I love. I love that feeling, you know, where like when I get to meet somebody and, you know, we dance, we have fun, we share a moment together, and then it's over, but that's okay because I had fun, I enjoyed it, and that's what I love, right?
Yeah.
There was a connection there between me, myself, and that other individual, you know, and everyone around us, right? That's what I...
So excuse my ignorance. I've never seen live music in my life.
Are you serious?
Like nothing, no concert,
Really?
no rave or anything. I wanna. You seem like an experienced rave goer, so
Oh, dude, I love- I
I want to
love-
know about it. Like,
Dude, I think there's like...
because there's a not
There's
a
a-
mantra, but there's a
There's a
stereotype of people who go to raves
There's a
that they're all just on
misconception.
acid,
There
right?
it is, right there. I'm trying to say the word.
That's all he said. There it is, right there.
There it is, right there. There's a misconception. No,
Misconception. Yeah, yeah.
Misconception of what ravers are, or individuals that love EDM, right? It's like, no, dude, it's not all about doing a bunch of drugs and rolling off your ass,
Yeah.
right? No, it's more than that. You know, it's about this acronym. It's called PLUR, right?
What is it?
PLUR.
Plur?
PLUR.
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 Okay.
Right? Peace, love, unity, respect, and then the third one, well, the last one is responsibility.
Responsibility.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that one. In
I know, right? PLUR, you know, and it's more beyond, you know, in the scene, right? Everyone, there's like a scene in everything, right? There's a gym scene. There's
Yeah,
a,
oh, totally.
You know, but in, you know, the electronic dance music scene, right?
Yeah.
It's that acronym was produced, not produced, but it was what's his name? Frankie Knuckles is a former longtime DJ when, you know, this was happening in the U.S. Right? But it signifies, you know, being safe within yourself and being safe with other individuals and being the best version. Make sure everyone around you is safe, you know. Yes, that person over there could be on Molly, right? Or that individual over there could be smoking. That individual over there could be drinking, right? But as long as like they are safe, right? They're around individuals that care about each other and want them to be, you know, okay, if I see that person pass out, what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna
He's
let
gonna
them,
plur.
you know? Am I just gonna let them basically roll on the ground, vomit on themselves, or am
Yeah.
I gonna be the individual that steps up like, hey, oh shit, let me go get security or something. Let me go grab somebody. Let me be there for them so that they can be, you know, safe. You know,
Yeah.
Be there for someone. And it goes off of the scene as well, right? It's not just in the EDM scene.
Yeah, no, totally.
You gotta, if you're in the scene, right, and you use it, you have to be able to transfer that outside in the world, right? For example, I hate to bring it back, but it's like, well, what's happening here in Minneapolis, right? Or you know, what's happening in the world, right? You gotta be able to share that around you. It's not just in the scene. And everyone has their own little cliques, but it's like, well, is that really, are you really showing like peace, love, unity, and respect?
Yeah.
If you wanna like separate yourself. So, but no, it's not all about drugs, dude.
No, totally. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
about the music that you get to express yourself. And I think that's the biggest one that a lot of people don't understand. You get to express yourself. How, you may ask? Well, however you want, dude. No one's there to judge you. It's not like going to a bar where someone, you know, you get there, you get your little group of people, right? You're like, all right, you go get the drinks for us. We're going to sit right here. Those girls over there are going to sit over there. And we're going to wait until we get drunk. to go talk to them. No, right? No, dude, you go there, or I gotta show up to the club already a little wasted because you know I'm too nervous to like walk around and talk to people, so I have to get there already basically blacked out.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro, it sounds like the EDM scene or the rave scene's pretty alpha. You don't need.
No, dude, you don't need it, man.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like pretty dope. Could I not to derail this conversation, it's on my mind. Have you ever been to the Electric Forest?
No, I haven't, but I want to.
Okay.
I would love to go.
I've read into that a little bit.
Really?
Like, 2 years ago. I've never been to anything, but I just remember I watched some video on it and I'm like, bro, this is insane. So from my understanding of it, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's an EDM festival like somewhere in the woods?
Yeah, I think it's in Michigan.
It's in Michigan?
It's in Michigan, yeah.
What?
Like an upper top of the mitten, I think it is.
Because you were talking about Plur and there being security. Would there be security at like that? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
they're
in
like
the woods.
there's security. Like they got like security that like checks you in, obviously, right? Like,
Okay.
oh, you got drugs? No, yes, doesn't matter, right? Obviously, you can't like have it in your hand, right? Or
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it in your. Can you empty your pockets? Oh shoot, dude! Here's an 8-ball.
Yeah.
Right? No, right? Obviously, you gotta. You know, sure, yes, it's all illegal, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Everyone does illegal things. You're not supposed to be drinking when you're underage, right?
100%.
You're not supposed to be going to a bar with a fake ID. You're already committing crime. Right?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be, you know,
I'm not even
having sex with someone that's like intoxicated, right? Like if you're
Yeah,
intoxicated
yeah.
and they're
That was
intoxicated.
not what I thought you were gonna say.
No, like
Yo.
that's like
Yeah.
everyone is. I wouldn't say everyone, but there's a majority of people that like everyone has their like own line that gets drawn, right?
Yeah.
And that's completely fine. Everyone is their own person. It's their own, you know. You do you, right? But
So I don't know if this is a bad word to use. This is the word that's coming to mind. So educate me. But
what was that?
from the video I watched about the Electric Forest, there was a subsection of EDM goers that called themselves this. Okay.
I want to know what you're gonna say.
Is juggalo a bad term?
Juggalo?
Have you heard that? They're kind of like nomads. They may have spent their last $500 on an Electric Forest ticket, and then they're this is very mean. This is the way I interpreted it. Okay, they're maybe not dressed the nicest. They maybe are white with dreads. You know, they're maybe doing a wook. So explain what that is.
Okay, a wook.
So maybe what I used wasn't correct then.
No, I think even that, like, that's fine.
Is that a bad word? Like, is that a slur?
Hey,
Do I need to edit that out that I said that?
Dude, in that one, that's a great question. Anyone that watches it, that's up to you to decide.
Okay.
You know?
Hopefully that's not. I'm gonna leave it in. But yeah, explain what a wook is.
Well, I may not be like the perfect individual, right? But again, right, from my understanding, you kind of like said it the right thing, right? It's someone that goes to like an EDM show or a festival, right?
Okay.
You know, and they kind of like leech off of other individuals, you know, because they spent all their money, right?
So wait, so they're seen as like they're seen poorly amongst EDM goers. Is that what I'm saying? Because you said leech. That was not how I interpreted it.
No, okay.
Just like leech off
I guess
people.
I might not be the right person to say this,
Okay.
right? But again, they go. You kind of were on spot on. Of like, all right, they spent their last money to go to this like event, right?
Yeah.
When they should have like saved up or used it in something more productive.
Yeah.
But they go, and they see people having fun, yes, but it's kind of like the peace, like a hippie that was in like San Francisco, back in the 80s, right, dude? It's like, oh, dude, I'm just gonna live off of what the universe gives me, man. I'm gonna live off of pure vibes, dude. So that's kind of what they do. Kind of in the same realm. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
That's my vision.
Have you ever had an experience with a wook?
What do you mean by that?
Like, have you interacted with one?
Oh, 100%, dude.
Can you share a story?
Dude, I love one, man. They're so...
You love the wooks.
Dude. It's straight up just a hippie, I'll be honest.
Really? Okay.
It's honestly
nothing
just,
negative? Have you ever experienced anything negative at a rave?
No, me personally, no.
Never?
No, me personally, no.
Really? So you've never had to plur it out?
Plur it out as well. No, I myself haven't had like a bad experience at a rave. I think it's fun. I know other people have their own,
Yeah,
you
totally.
know, like, oh, my friend was tripping and, you know, X, Y, and Z, right? Or, oh, I had to take this person away from this person or whatever, right?
Would you recommend anyone, or would you recommend just people in general to go to like a rave? Like, how do you even get into it, bro?
Okay, first, not anyone can do it. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Right? Not anyone. It's like,
Explain that.
there's a threshold. There's like,
There's a threshold. Okay.
you gotta realize that what you're walking into is completely different. Something that you've never seen before.
Really?
It's not like a club. It's not like a bar, right? People, when you walk up, from my perception, right, and from what I've lived, and others, my perception, right?
Yeah.
When you go to a bar or a club, right, when you walk up to someone, they kind of have like this like stuck up, I'm better than you attitude, or like, why are you talking to me? What do I owe you or something? Right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to offer to me so that I can continue this conversation? Are you gonna buy me a drink? Are you gonna dance? Whatever, right? No, when you go to the scene, bro, from my opinion, it's fun. Like, people are free. You get to be yourself. You don't have to worry if that guy over there is staring at you. You don't have to worry if that chick over there is gonna, you know, do whatever, right? You go in, people are pure with love and respect, and they care about each other, and it's about just expressing yourself in an openly manner and being in the moment where you get to listen to music that you enjoy and everyone around you enjoys. You get to dance freely. Doesn't matter how you dance, right? There's another question a lot of people ask is like, well, how do I dance to that?
Yeah.
Dude, there isn't a way. You just be free. You see someone and you like what they're doing, do that too. Doesn't matter.
How do you talk to someone though if it's like a rave? I'm assuming it's super loud in there. Like, how do you even?
It depends. Honestly, it depends. There's like a lot of. It depends where, right? If you're at the bar, right, or something.
Oh, there's bars.
For example, yeah, because it's like any venue,
Oh, okay.
right? But if like you're next to like the speakers or something, like up right next to the DJ or something, right? It's gonna be pretty hard to like talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But honestly, for me, what I do, dude, is like I just say whatever comes to my mind. If like I want to talk to that person over there, right? It's like, hey, excuse me, look, I really love your outfit. You know, and if it's something that like I know a friend wanted or like looked pretty cool, I'd be like, whoa, where did you get that? Hey, look, I really love your vibes, right? Like, it's awesome, you know. Just gotta be yourself, man. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of.
What does being sprouted mean?
Being sprouted, no way. That's I'm surprised you know that.
I know a little bit.
You know a little bit?
Yeah.
No, dude.
What does that mean?
You know, it's so crazy. I was gonna bring one too, but
What? Were you really? Why?
just because I had them. You know, I have them.
It's like a clip with like a little green on it, right?
Like a little sprout. Like
So someone did it to me once. That's why I know what it was.
Really?
Yeah. But it wasn't at a rave.
just out and about.
It was my second video I ever created, actually.
No way.
Yeah. Someone sprouted me.
Yeah, no, dude. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it.
What does it mean? Because I was like, what is this? And she's like, you've been sprouted. And then she walked away. I never found out.
It's kind of just like giving something away. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna give you this because I can, right? I'm gonna give you this because something about you was interesting enough that I'll give you something, right?
So it's not the mark of the beast.
No, I don't think so.
It's not like, oh, you're a newbie in this space. Let me like.
I mean, even that one too. That could work. As
Okay,
well.
that's how I interpreted it.
That also, I remember my first like
So you got sprouted your first festival. Is that what I'm hearing?
time at the scene. You know, a buddy of mine that I worked with, he brought me in, right? He was like, dude, what you're gonna get into is gonna be something that you've never gotten to before, right? It's extreme. It was at the Armory, and if anyone knows, it was Excision back in like 2024 at the Armory, and I think a lot of individuals probably saw it. It was like the Shrek rave. Like there was, you know,
Dude, that sounds awesome.
You could probably find like a clip online, honestly.
Dude, I'll have to.
But all
Shrek
it
rave?
is just you know, like an LED, right? You see up there. Right?
Yeah.
Big screen, but what they had was like Shrek, and then music, and then bass, because it
Yeah.
was like dubstep,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, he's like, what you're gonna get into is like insane, right? This is something very overstimulating, so I want you to be like, if you need anything, let me know, right? I brought you here, so I'm gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know,
We're-
he's my rave dad, and you are now my rave kid, right? You are my rave baby. You know?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it then. You know. So now I got a rave fam. You know, got a family.
You really?
Yeah. You know, we go to. They took me to my first ever festival as well. You know, they're
So
like,
what's different between what you just went to and a festival?
well,
The festival's day long, like multiple
yeah,
days.
there's different ones, right? You have like camping festivals, right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
Electric Forest,
Yeah.
right?
So you camp there.
Yeah.
Or you can buy like a 1-day pass, right? But yeah, they're full day long. A show would be one at like at the Armory, right? It's only for a night for like 5-6 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, you go, have fun. If you're lucky, there's some afters to keep the party going to like 6 a.m. You know. But if not, you know, just the difference is one is in like a venue area, right, and the other one is like more outside.
Okay. Interesting. So as a producer, I'm assuming you're learning to create EDM. Is
Yes,
that correct?
I
Yeah.
am learning, and the subgenre, like the genre specific, right? Like so, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
EDM, right, which is the big like on the top.
Yeah.
From my understand, that's how I understand it, right?
Yeah, no,
I
totally.
could be completely wrong, and you know that's fine by me. But it is electronic dance music, right? Think of like hip hop, right? You got hip hop, and then within hip hop you got like rap, and you got different types of hip hop or rap, right? So you got EDM. My favorite for me is drum and bass and techno, and then I love everything else. Is that fair?
Yeah. What's drum and bass like that?
Oh my goodness.
Like
dude.
techno, like I feel like I could understand what that is, but drum and bass, I wouldn't
Well,
be able to pick out.
It's.
So it's like
I think
boom, 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 boom.
I think the best way to describe it is like if you were to listen to it,
Yeah,
is as if you were running.
as if you're running. So it's good running music.
Because yes, because the BPMs is at 170 to like 180, if any, right? You know, techno as well can go to like 150 to like 160 or something, right? And then you got 150 for like dubstep or something. And then as you go lower, I think you got like house music, which is at like 120. or
Yeah.
some
Oh
shit,
yeah, I know
right?
what house is. Okay, so
Wow.
that's EDM too.
Yeah, everyone has like their own. That's how I understand it, right? Like if it's electronic dance music, right? It's something you dance to.
Yeah.
Compared to like R&B or like lo-fi, like that. No, or you know, does that make sense?
Yeah. So you have TikTok. I know you have TikTok.
Dude, I love
so
Got doom
if
scroll.
you were to see like a Mog edit, would that be under the EDM umbrella? You know what I'm talking about? The music.
Oh, what are they like for like the black pill?
Yeah.
The black pill ones. Do you maybe you don't, but do you know who Ziz was?
Yeah.
The
The Australian or New Zealand workout guy.
Yep.
Yeah, Ziz.
His brother, I'm pretty sure, is an EDM producer,
Oh, is he?
and he makes hardstyle. Right.
Oh,
Hardstyle is a type of EDM,
Okay.
like electronic dance music, right? And there's a bunch of remixes. I have like a whole playlist of like the 2010s white girl music, right?
yeah.
You know?
And it's hard style.
Yeah, and it's hardstyle.
That's
you know,
tough.
it's a remix of those songs, right? But those BPMs go a little higher as well. But yeah, no, dude, I just love the music so much. Like,
Dude, yeah.
I just immediately start thinking of like me at the scene, me at a rave, me at a show, me meeting these like beautiful people.
Are you going to one coming up?
This weekend.
This weekend?
This weekend. There's different types, right? But the main one is a Slander on Friday and Saturday at the Armory.
How often do you go?
Almost every weekend.
What?
Yeah.
You rave almost every weekend?
Every weekend, almost every weekend. If I think of like, you know, if it's something I enjoy, obviously I'm gonna go to it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right?
I just was not expecting that.
No, dude, it's something I enjoy. And Minneapolis, like Minnesota, kind of has like a big scene compared to like.
What do you
us.
do to? Feel free not to answer this. I'll cut this out. Just say cut. Okay.
I-
So I'm gonna ask this because I'm nosy. If you're going every weekend, what are you doing before?
I'm sober.
Every time.
I'm sober.
What about the first time?
Oh, okay. When I was like, yeah, but I could definitely talk about like 2 years ago, a year.
I'm
ago,
just
right?
curious. What's the experience like, sober versus not, and why?
Why? Okay. Damn, that's good questions. I'll be honest with you. Those are good questions. The experience, let's see. Obviously, the experience is heightened, for sure. Right? You know, with alcohol, right, you get loosened up. You know, you're free. You don't, your inhibitions are lowered, right? You know, so you got your stimulants as well, right? You know, hyping you up. You also got your depressants as well, right? But honestly, those are fun. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't have anything against individuals that like use it, right? Because I used to be someone that I'm a big fan of psilocybin, right? Like mushrooms, and you know, I love those. But I don't anymore. Like, I don't do anything. I'm sober. Why? Because I realized to myself, I was like, I wasn't going in the direction that I was planning on. I took a step away from the scene, like the EDM scene, and it was summer, and I was hanging out with my buddies that go to college, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're going to the bars, they're going out, and I'm like, all right, let me do the same thing, right? Knowing I can't do the same thing because I have responsibility, I have a job. You know, I'm going to school, you know, trade school to be more specific, but I'm not in a 4-year college. I don't have the leeway of what they have, right? They can get plastered on Monday night, go to class Tuesday, and then run it back again on Wednesday, right? I tried keeping up, right? Because of fear of missing out, FOMO, right?
Yeah.
Or like a fear of, yeah, I think honestly it's just a fear of missing out, honestly. And, you know, I'd be like, damn, I can't keep up. I have to go to work the next day, unlike you guys. And so then I was like, nah, I have to stop. So I stopped everything. And I was like, screw that. I knew I wasn't addicted because I think for myself, I didn't have any withdrawals from like alcohol or anything that I ever used. I use it just to enhance whatever I do, right? It was beneficial, or not beneficial, but it was nice to use it.
Yeah.
Right? It's nice to have a beer with a friend. It's nice to go out with your buddies and do what you do, right? I can still do that just without being under the influence.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy it. Right before I go out, right, I go to the gas station, I'll buy 2 ghosts. I'll buy 2 ghosts and a Fairlife, 42 grams to be more specific, strawberry.
Ooh, I've never tried the strawberry one.
Strawberry's good in my opinion.
Dude.
I think it's one of my favorite ones. I'm not a big fan of like chocolate itself,
Yeah.
or even for like protein shakes, but like the strawberry one, it's just like very smooth. But no, I buy those 3 things. Comes down to like $10 or something, right? Crazy, but whatever. Drink the protein so that I have energy and I have like something in my system before I go out. Drink the Ghost as if I'm like pre-gaming, right? Get to my event. I'm amped up. I'm ready. I got myself a pump too, and I'm like ready to loosen up and party and dance, dude. Next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, all right. I'm still active, and if there's like an afters, let's do it till 6 in the morning, right? So,
How was your first experience sober versus not, going to like something like that, the bar, a rave, whatever?
I mean, what do you mean? I guess
Like
to be more specific.
your first time going to the rave, right? I'm assuming you were on something, or that's how I interpreted it. Was
Yeah,
that correct?
no,
So
I
how was
think-
your
I think
first
it's your
time
influence.
going back to something like that when you were sober?
Because I realized that
No, but how was it? Like,
how was it?
how was the experience? Because I
it
feel like,
felt even better. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
It felt even better.
were you nervous that it wouldn't, or no?
No, because I knew for myself that I never had like an addictive personality, right? I knew
Yeah.
that, okay, I can still have fun. And the experience was even better, right? I met more people. I met other individuals that are also like, oh yeah, I don't drink either. Or, oh no, I just smoke, but, I'm done doing X, Y, and Z. right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, look at that. There's a lot of people here that, sure, they have like their threshold, what they don't do, but, it's still nice. It's still fun.
Yeah. Are you someone who would never do those things again?
Nah, dude, I think,
Or you just kind of like you were in your mind, like you said, like you wanted to be somewhere else and you felt by, continuing down that path you weren't going to achieve, right? Going back to the first thing we talked about?
no, I think for sure myself, if it comes to it, then yeah, I don't mind, but I don't need it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't have a desire for it, to be
okay.
more specific.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's no need for it, there's no desire, right? If someone bought me a drink, I'd be like, I'm not really in the mood for one anymore, right? Before, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Give me.
So how'd you get rid of the desire then?
I don't know, I think with
Because this is something I think that a lot of people may experience, but it seems
a lot of
like the
people
way
struggle
you're
with it.
portraying it is that it's extremely easy. So if you could share advice to people who are trying to maybe,
quit.
sober up, yeah, or just like
No.
get rid of the desire, because that's the big thing, right?
I think a lot of people,
That's the
especially
catalyst.
in college, from my perception, right? A lot of people struggle with alcoholism in college, dude. Like, what are you doing getting up at 8 in the morning with your buddies to drink all the way until 8 p.m.? Yeah, it's fun, it's nice, okay, cool. But like, dude, yeah, run it back the next day, and then the next day, and then, you got your responsibilities. Why don't you, like, I don't know, my priorities shifted. I'll be honest with you. I still like fun.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I still, and those were my experiences, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think if you have the mindset of like, at some point I'm gonna have to like switch it all up, because this isn't my life forever, right? And I think a majority of people know that too. But if you're someone that's like really sad, and you wake up the next day, you doom scroll, your whole day's gone, and you're like, fuck, I have to get up the next day for class. Oh man, I can't wait for the weekend so that I can go drink again. That's, in my opinion, that's where my downfall was. You already have a preoccupation, and preoccupations are bad, bro. Like, if you're preoccupied with something, meaning that you have something on your mind, other parts of your life are struggling, right? And that could mean, with a woman, right? That could mean with school. That could mean with work. That can mean with family issues, whatever it may be, right? If you have a like preoccupation and all you ever do is think about that thing while you're doing, a task at work or you're working out, you gotta like to address that.
How did you do that?
I'll be honest with you, I went to therapy. I was like, I used to be someone that was like, nah, man, I'm not talking to a shrink. I'm not talking to, I'm a guy, man. I can figure this shit out myself, man. I can do all this shit that I ever wanted, man. I just gotta man up.
Yeah.
Right? Nah, dude. In my opinion, dude, if the people around you can't hear you out, like if you don't have someone to like call up, like, hey, can I talk to you for a second, man? Then you have like the wrong set of people around you, right? I have one good buddy right now, right? He goes to school, and he's all the way down south, right? I give him a call once in a while to just check up on him, right? And obviously I see him when he comes home, but he does his own life, right? He lives his own life, and I
Totally.
don't, right? Like, that's life. That's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to. Our lives don't revolve around each other anymore. But I'll check in on him and like, hey, how's life? He's like, oh, dude, well, I was talking to this girl and didn't end up right. Want to talk about it? Yeah, dude, I'd love to. You know, he can do that to me, and I can do that to him, right? I have other individuals, right? Like I said, my Ray fam, right? Those are people that I trust with my heart, right? I know deep down that I can give them a call and be like, look, I'm struggling right now. Can you talk to me? Can you hear me out? And they'll be like, yeah, 100%. Right? Obviously, I have my family as well. And, you know, sometimes you can't always talk to your family about things, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's why it's nice to, like, have different set of people. But once you realize that, like, oh, I don't have anyone to talk to right now. You know, let's say something bad happened in your life. Who am I going to talk to? Well, if I talk to Jake, right, is he going to listen to me, or is he just going to, like, all right, dude, let's go drink? Right? Like, dude, at some point, you can't run away from your problems. I used to avoid, you know? I used to avoid a lot, man. And that shit ate me up, you know? I used to avoid talking about how I felt, especially with, like, issues that I had with, like, friends, women, you know, work. But, like, I run away. I'll make them think like they don't exist. But, like, no, that's not helpful, right? You can run away as fast as you can, dude. At some point, you're gonna get tired. It's gonna catch up to you. So that's what I believe, in my opinion, that you need someone in your life to at least talk to, especially now, and like this day and age. Not just like what's going on in the, like, who gives a fuck about, you know, but just more of like, from my perception of like generations.
Yeah.
Of like, it's like, whoa, dude, something's wrong. In my opinion, something's not right. But, you know, people don't talk. Go to a mall. Do people talk, dude?
No.
People go up to people and be like, oh, hey, how's it going? Ah, dude, people are stuck on their phones, man.
Dude, yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, dude, hold on, sorry, you know.
One thing you said is you talked to a shrink? Or
Yeah.
So what was the catalyst for you to start that? That's, because you said you were avoidant too, right, later, but how did you?
No, I think, okay, like, again, right, like, I'm a guy, dude,
Yeah.
right? You know, you grow up and you're like, you don't gotta talk about your feelings, bro. You don't gotta talk about, you know, how she made you feel. Don't talk about how, you know, your breakup went. Don't talk about how, you know, how your buddy made you, like, feel shitty about yourself, right? Or don't talk about any of that, right? Just go do something, you know? And at first it worked, right?
What?
At
What do you mean at first it worked?
At first
And then
it worked, right? Like, you avoid.
Oh, the
Right?
avoiding, yeah.
You avoid, at first you avoid, and then you realize it's like, oh, I'm not running away from my problems. I'm just trying to run away from me. You know. So then I was like, all right, fuck it, man. My life isn't going where it's going. I can't figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Let me use.
So you
my
just
resources.
looked it up online, called someone, and started, or what?
My work allows like some beneficial things as well.
No way.
So it's like nice. But yeah, honestly, dude, if you easily could just like look it up, and obviously.
What is your, not to cut you off one more time, sorry.
No.
How would, so you would recommend therapy as a man?
Dude, I think therapy is important, but I think it doesn't work for everyone. You know, not everything
Why
works.
is that?
I mean, it doesn't work. Not everything works for everybody, right? If I tell you to work out my workout split, right, and you don't gain the results, well, that's because it doesn't work for you, right? You need to figure out a different split. I'm only going to show you what I know, right? But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? I think about like eating as well, right? There's some foods that people just don't like, right? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, right? Everyone is different, right? And a majority of people, you know, you're probably on your parents' like insurance, dude. Your counselor, right? They still got those, right? They still got those, right? You got adults, man.
Yeah.
There's people out there that like are genuinely there to support other individuals, right? They genuinely care about, okay, what's going on in your life, right? And yeah, I did like a couple sessions. I was like, all right, cool. I got what I needed.
Really? So you only did a couple sessions and then you cut it?
Because I was like, yeah, I got what I needed, right? I got what I needed. You gave me the tools.
Yeah.
Because, okay, here's another,
How many sessions?
here's another lore. I love psychology.
Okay.
I loved the idea of trying to figure out what's going on in the mind.
Yeah.
What happens with the nervous system? What is going on with an individual that makes them do this certain action? Why did that person do this? Why didn't they do that, right? How did it work? How's that childhood? X, Y, and Z, right? That's what I learned. I learned about Freud. I learned about fucking Carl Jung, Alfred, Adler. What else? But yeah, man, I like Jordan Peterson. You know, he's a modern. He's from Toronto, I think.
Yeah, yep.
You know,
Do you want to share or do you want to gatekeep some of the tools that you got from it? Or what's one? Just say one tool that you learned from it.
one tool.
Yeah. So you said you only went to a couple sessions, you got the tool. So what's one thing that you would love to share? Or will share, maybe not love to share. Or feel free to gatekeep.
No, I think the one that I'm like using right now, and I brought it up earlier, right? It was you can't control other people. Learning to let go and learning to realize the things that I can control and the things I can't control, right? If this person doesn't talk to me because of what I said, that's their choice,
Yeah.
right? That's what they did. I think another issue is like modern dating, right? There's like a big issue apparently about like, oh, you meet somebody, they show interest, and then, you know, now you're in this limbo state of, well, are we in a relationship? Are we not in a relationship? Do you want a relationship? And then, well, one person says, well, no, I don't. The other person says, okay, cool. They stick around waiting for this other individual to be ready for a relationship, right? At the end, it never works out. This person's in like, let's say, agony, right? While the other person's like, okay, well, I told him what I wanted. I told her whatever I wanted, so why can they be mad? Let's say another common issue, right, in the modern dating is like the situationships, right? People are just like, well, yeah, we enjoy each other's company. Yeah, you can do that, right? Like, do that. But if one person, yourself, is not in that, oh, this isn't okay with me, you gotta learn to let go.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to walk away, right? You can't control that person anymore. You can only control yourself, you know? And a lot of people, including myself, am a victim of being their own, like, prosecutor, right? Their own judgment, their own blockage in the road from their success. Because it's just tough. you
Yeah.
know?
Interesting. Those are good tools.
The biggest one is just like, you know,
You can't control people, yeah.
what can I control? The only thing you control? The only thing you control is yourself. That's the only thing you control. You can control what you do right now. You get to choose and control what you do tomorrow. You get to choose and control how you act to the person next to you, to your boss, to your friend, to that girl, to that boy, whatever, right? You're the only individual that can control that, right? You can only control yourself. How they respond, that's totally up to them, right? You could have came in here, right, and been a total asshole, right? That's you, right? That's how you're gonna show up. Me, I could have done two things, right, if that would have happened. I could have matched that energy and been an asshole back, right? Right? I would have been like, all right, fuck you too then, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, all right, that's happening. I'm gonna keep my calm. I'm gonna be myself, and maybe, you know, doesn't work out, right? This conversation, I'll we're not having fun, we're not having a conversation, okay, that's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cut it short, that's you, right? So yeah, I think the biggest thing is just you can only control yourself. You get to choose what time you wake up tomorrow. You get to choose what you eat tomorrow. You get to choose what song you get to play on your ride home, right? You get to choose who you talk to.
Yeah.
You get to choose what you post, right? It's only about yourself. It's not being about selfish, dude. It's about being secure and being a decent human, I guess. I don't know.
Totally. Was there any last thing you want to get off your chest? That was pretty sage.
Dude, I think it's everything, man. I
Cool.
like this. I like this, man.
Yeah, dude,
I'd love
it's
to
fun.
do this again, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude.
Awesome. Well, this is Jigs. This is episode 19. Shout out your producer.
Well, ladies
Name
and gentlemen,
when stuff's dropping.
when actually, crazy enough, I'm gonna make merch soon too. So
Okay.
if you guys love, this is my hat right here, Jigs Godly.
Is it actually?
Yeah, this is my hat right here. I hope to make like a couple of these. You know, it also goes in the back too.
Okay.
It's like
Is
a
that
little G.
so? That's your logo. That's your brand.
So the brand and the name is Jigs Godly.
Yep.
All socials, you know, each and every single one of them, man. JIGSGODLY, man.
I also want to pan around to this insane lifetime that we're at. Shout out to Jigs for getting me in for free, man. Seriously.
100%, man. Maybe we'll check out a different one, you know, see out the other ones.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, 100%, man.
But all right, man. Peace.